Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to download or export the JSON file from Firebase console as part of Easy HTMLQ, and then show you what that actually looks like when it's downloaded. Here, I just have one open from a current study. I have multiple studies going on where we have our different random identification numbers, and then as we can just kind of go through, we'll see that not everybody commented on their written on their selection for most salient statements on the two ends, +5 and -5. But here we see, right, somebody's um, answers to our questions that were set up in Easy HTMLQ, besides the commenting portion related to the two statements at +5 and the two statements at -5. So what does this form 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 mean, and where does it come from, and how can we most easily code this into our spreadsheet? So here is actually at first, right, what each of those forms are. So the first question is whether or not I am 18 or older, right? And we have true versus false. So as long as it says 1 and then 0, just like it does here for this person, then we know that they meet the qualification to be included in the study, because our IRB, required our participants to be 18 and over, right? They are college students, but in at least the state of Ohio in the USA, we can have college credit plus students, which means that they are actually high school students taking a college credit course, oftentimes on the actual college or university campus. So, our next question is similar, right? It's a multiple choice question, but here we ask what chemistry class you're in, and then they have a choice of general chemistry, organic chemistry, or other. So if it's a 1 here, that means that they are currently in general chemistry, right? 0 for organic chemistry and 0 for other. Right? Then which campus we're on. So this is related to the study. So they were either at Oberlin College or the College of Worcester. And so then we see our next choice, or other, sorry. And so, so here we can see that this student is from the College of Worcester. And then I had them write down what their major was, and then a comment about what the student thought either about, in this case, an oral chemistry exam, or their sorting process beyond the most salient. So if we look here, right, we see, so 18 or older. So we come over here to form 0, right? These are all 18 and over. So this is, and I haven't completed, entering all this data, but of the, let's see, of the 64 participants we have here, I've entered 47. I just literally copy and paste. It's easy after a while because you have all the combinations, so you can just, if the next person is this series, then you can just copy it and paste it for the next one. So, but here, we have 1 and 0, and so, are they greater than 18? I could literally just, this is pretty easy for this one, but we'll show you how to do find and replace. So if it's 1 and then, the key right above the enter key, which is the vertical line, so it looks like this, and we're going to say yes, and then we're going to just say, and we could do, just replace this. I like to check it out first before I choose replace all. Next up, this form, right, if we come over here, that was which chemistry class they were on. So this is going to be a slightly more complicated, but we want to make sure that we don't confuse this with, right, our other options. So we're going to come in here, right, and so this is, right, so if we have 1, 0, right, and then 0, right, then this means that they were in general chemistry. So I'm just going to put in Gen Chem, right? So I'm going to replace the first one, make sure it looks okay, and then replace all. So we can see that here we've replaced all of the 100s with Gen Chem. Now we can come in here, right? You get the idea. This could be a 0 and this could be, right, a 1. That means that it's organic chemistry, so I'm just going to put organic, right? Replace the first one. Whoops. Don't know what I did wrong. Find what? Find next. Oh, just had to do find next, right? Do a replace, right? And now I'm going to do replace all. And I can just skim through here to see if there's any others. And there are not. That's good because we only wanted Gen Chem and organic chemistry students across the different, right? And I could come in here now and I could call this, right, which course. So, and this one is what campus. And, but in this study, right, I'm not gonna have a table that calls them, right, Oberlin or Worcester or other. So instead, I'm going to call this, right, Oberlin is campus, right? I'll just call it campus 0, right, or O. I can make it an O, right? And I can find next. Oh, I forgot to highlight this. So come in here. And then again, I'm not done entering all my data. I can find next. Oops. Oh, that's weird. Oh, I don't know why. That's so weird. Oh, I must not have anybody from Oberlin in here. All right, so then, right, I'm going to make this 0. Must have had a lot of participants so far that are from, right? So this is going to be campus 2, right? And so I'm going to find next and replace. Right? No, it didn't do the first one. That's weird. Right, now I'm going to replace all. Oh, and now it did, right? So far, right, I only have participants from 1. Right? And so this was my way of making this coding easy, doing a multiple choice kind of setup. Right? Next, I want to I want to show you that one of the ways. So I open this up in. It's just an editor for C programming. You can open it up as just a text file, but I like to make it so that I can do a little bit, usually while watching like TV, right? And when I'm done, I put in, it's just like a C comment / bookmark so that then I can, right, go to the next one. Here we have, right, 1001, right? So we can see what that looks like. So I'm just going to put my code in just like it looked before I started filling things in. So literally just copy and paste. And if you're like me and you learned computer programming back in the day of cards, right, you may still be very excited about the potential of copy and paste. I don't think I'll ever get over it. So I'm just literally Control C for copy, going into my spreadsheet. So this is how I set this all up initially to open the right file, right? There's my campus, so campus 2. And this student's major, I believe, was chemistry. And she loved the Q sort or the oral exam. It's hard to say, right? So, and I can just type that one in, right? And then I literally just go in and copy and paste each of these. So I just like to go like this and just get the whole thing. So important to have our feedback here. So I literally just, and I don't have the text wrapped right now, but you get how it's relatively easy to get things from the JSON file into the KenQ spreadsheet. Here, right, I've already done the analysis and I'm just, right, including now all of the comments written as well as, right, the demographic information for this particular study. Right, so just literally copying and pasting. So I'm always looking for new ways to make this process more efficient. And right, I could go down to the next. Right, one here, right? So she is, or he is 100101 neuroscience. So if I look, right, that's exactly this. So I can just highlight, right, and then do Control D, Control down, and it'll just fill it in for me. So as you go along, right, it's, right, copy and paste my respondents' comments about what was most meaningful for them. Oh, I can have my, there we go. Come over here, right, and paste. And I can just keep doing that. It's a good idea as you go along to save, right? Probably should have saved this under a new name before I started replacing things, but right, it's just not that difficult. And now I'm just going to go in here just to show you how you could figure out how many you have from what, right? So here we have organic versus general chemistry versus organic. So I can do an equal, maybe it's my computer's brain works. All right, there we go. I guess it was still saving. And of course I have a million things open because that's what I do. So I can do count if, I notice it comes up, right? And so I'm going to highlight everything in here, even the ones that I haven't filled in yet. And now I'm going to put in a comma, and then, right, I called this Gen Chem. I have to make sure that it's exactly right. It has to be in quotes because that's the criteria that I'm looking for. I close my parenthesis, and, oh, that's weird. I don't know why that happened. I'm having something very weird going on. That's never good. Oh, and I don't know why I have supposedly many things open too. My computer's brain is not having a good time. All right. Well, I'll have to figure out what's happening there. All right, so in the meantime, let's go up. Oops, there we go. That's a good sign. So try not to have it lose its little brain here. I don't know why it's doing that. Here, we'll. I don't know. All right, so let's come here to a different study related, right? And I have in my Firebase Council, right, a number of participants. And now I'm going to come here, right? And I'm going to select export JSON file. And here I can have a choice of where to put it. So, right, I have already in my articles called Oral Chem. So I'm going to put it in there in my, I have one for faculty. This one, right, is for faculty. I'm going to just change this a little bit. So I'm just going to call it Oral Chem. I like to put the date. And I save it. And then when I open it, you'll see that I decided to do something a little different. So here it's just going to open as a text file instead of in my Genie program. Just let you know what it will normally look like for people. And here you notice that, right, Form 0, Form 1, Form 2, I don't have those codes like 1, right, and then a vertical line and 0. Instead, I decided that for this study, I wanted to make it so that I wouldn't have to translate, right, or replace my multiple choice selection, right, as general chemistry, organic, or other, right? Instead, right, we have here, right, how many years you've been teaching, your campus, what you teach, right, and your gender, where we just let people have male, female, other, and refuse. Or no, I'm sorry, we didn't even do that because it was a multiple choice, so they could just put in, right, and which means that I might have some interesting people might put in male, might put in cis female, right? Might put in transgender. So that will make it a little different. But here we can go through, I haven't even looked at this, right? So again, right, what they teach. And so why did I do this way? Well, I did it this way because I wanted to see if having it set up with people entering their years and all of that, just to see if that would make it just a little bit more efficient for me, right? Getting that data in from the JSON file. It ends up that if you come here, and notice I have a million things open, right? I can come to my CanQ analysis, right? This is how I would analyze the things in, right? So I can, right, say I'm going to input things with easy, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Easy HTMLQ, right, that just brings you to a link. And so here, right, I'm going to put in my data just using easy HTMLQ, right? And so that's where this file is. So I can just simply, this is my great way of finding, since I just downloaded this, right? I can simply go to, instead of digging it out, I can just go to quick access and then scroll down, right? And there's my JSON file. So I can just come here. Right? I need to select, oh, I have to first put in, so right, so I could call it that, doesn't really matter too much. And then, hello, why aren't you, oh, it's not letting me do it because I haven't done that part yet. So now I can take my oral chem, right, drag it here. I don't remember if I have my statements yet, but for right now, right, I have, now I can select that it's by ID. They're each of my participants, so I have 18, and then I can just begin analysis. And of course, I have multiple videos showing you how to use CanQ for analyses, but here, right, I'm not interested in showing you that part. Oh, I guess I can't do it without the dragging my text file with the statements in it yet, but that's okay. You get the general idea, and just showing you getting information from the JSON file was really, right, the purpose of this video.